When you saw Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaac's steamy and swoon-worthy interaction together on the red carpet at the Venice Film Festival, you might have thought that they had something romantic going on. They are both married, just not to each other. In fact, Jessica is married to Gianluca Passi de Preposulo. He's a count and comes from Italian nobility, which technically makes the actress a countess. Jessica and her husband keep their relationship out of the spotlight, but what they do share makes their romance sound like a real-life fairy tale. Their love story starts in one of the most romantic cities in the world. Yep, that's right, Paris.
Why don't we have lives like this?
Because God loves Jessica more, that's why.
The actress was in the city of love when she met Gian at a fashion show back in 2012. That very same day, Jessica got the call to announce that she was getting nominated for an Oscar for her role in the film The Help. Chastain shared about that day, "It was the beginning of my career, and then I met my future husband. Who knew?" Adding that it was the best day that she'd ever had.
I'm very, very happy. It's a wonderful thing when a career does so well and your personal life does so well.
Gian has worked as an executive at the fashion brand Moncler, but he comes from one of the oldest noble families in Italy. The country no longer recognizes the aristocracy, but his family still uses their titles, and he's a count. It felt like a match made in Paris. The pair instantly clicked, and it didn't take long for them to start dating. Over the next few years, the couple did their best to keep as much of their romance out of the private eye as they could. During a 2015 interview, Jessica took a moment to gush over her man. She said, "He's a gentleman. That's very important to me. He's from an old-school Italian family. No one in his family has ever been divorced." Jessica, in particular, was very protective of her new man. In a 2016 interview, she explained, "I've never gone on the red carpet with a significant other. Never." Which was basically the reason we never saw Gian by her side during any of her public events. However, Chastain did give her fans a tiny glimpse of her romance with Gian on social media. She shared a snap of their Valentine's Day together, enjoying a glass of wine just several months before their wedding. She captioned, "Some things are worth the wait. #Happy Valentine's Day." We're not sure at what point the couple got engaged, but they were together for at least 5 years before they finally got married in 2017. Jessica and Gian celebrated their union with a wedding ceremony at Gian's family estate in northern Italy.
Yeah, they're from Treviso, which is about 20 minutes outside of Venice.
Nice.
It's nice, man. I go to...
And that's where you got married?
That's where we got married. We got married at his parents' house, his family's house.
It was an intimate and very private event that was attended by the couple's close family and friends. Guests like Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, and Edgar Ramirez also came to celebrate with them. Despite the couple's attempts at keeping their wedding private, the paparazzi were able to get photos of the celebration and even sent in helicopters to fly over the estate to snag some of the intimate moments. Images from the wedding were then leaked online and quickly spread all over the internet. Naturally, Jessica was disappointed by the invasion of privacy. She thanked her fans for all of their sweet comments about her wedding, but added, "I'm going to ask you to please stop sharing the photos. Helicopters disregarded a no-fly zone and took those pics during the ceremony. Every time I see them, I'm reminded of the insensitivity of that moment." The actress also promised to share her own pictures from their special day and would prefer not to see those that were intrusively taken. Following their blissful nuptials, the couple flew off to South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Botswana for their honeymoon. Interestingly enough, marriage was something that Jessica had never considered before meeting Gian. She never thought that she would want to get married and didn't see it happening in her future. She explained, "He knew that marriage wasn't something that I was interested in. And then as we got to know each other, the idea of marriage shifted for me. There are some things worth celebrating, and he's worth celebrating." This only goes to show that meeting the right person can change everything. After she met Gian, she saw a future that she never dreamed could be possible. So marrying him felt like it was meant to be.
Now the two of you are one. That can be kind of stressful.
Or the two of us are partners, and two.
So when it comes to married life, Jessica couldn't be happier. She shared, "I actually love being married. I never thought I would, but this is a spectacular human being, and I am celebrating that I get to share my life with him." Becoming a mother was also a huge step for Chastain. In the same interview regarding Planned Parenthood, she confessed, "I'm the first person in my family to not be pregnant when I was 17. It had a great impact on my life because it gave me choice. and she reiterated the importance of women being able to have a choice about what they do with their bodies. The couple has continued to keep their marriage under the radar, but despite their very secretive ways, Jessica couldn't help but take a moment to express her joy over their union. She even confessed that she thought being married would change their relationship and that it was going to be an adjustment for them both. Thankfully, that didn't end up being the case. Chastain admitted, "I was told that the first year of marriage would be really difficult, and people warned me, but actually, it's incredible."
You just had or about to have your first anniversary?
We've already had it, June 10th.
You made it the first year. It's the toughest.
I know.
First year's
Really?
the
Is
toughest.
it? Many people told me actually the first year was tough, so I was expecting it to be really difficult. I was like, this is easy.
In April of 2018, the couple secretly welcomed their first child, daughter Giulietta. The actress confirmed the happy news on Instagram, thanking her followers in the process for respecting my privacy while I was blessed with the gift of becoming a mother. At the beginning of the following year, Jessica and Gian made a very rare appearance together on the red carpet for the Golden Globes. It was pretty clear that they were a power couple, and Gian had no problem with his very famous wife getting all of the attention either. If you ask us, there's nothing more romantic than a man who lets his special lady shine like the bright star that she is, and Jessica is one of the brightest stars of all. In 2020, the couple welcomed another daughter into their lives via surrogate, although her name has not yet been revealed publicly. While she doesn't often speak about her kids with the public, she did share a little insight on what toys her daughters like to play with. She said, "A lot of kids play with Marvel characters and Barbies, and that's fine. But my kid, she plays with superheroes." While we don't get many details about their family life, there's no doubt that the couple does the best job they can to raise their kids together. In an interview about Planned Parenthood, Jessica said, "Right now, as a society, I don't believe we value fathers as much as we should. I think we have to understand that, and this is tough as a woman to say this, the father relationship is just as important as the mother relationship." This only goes to show that not only does she value Gian as her husband and a partner, but a father too. She gives him as much credit for raising their children as a father that she gets as a mother too. The actress has maintained such privacy about her private life that recently, some were even surprised to learn that she was married. At the end of 2021, Jessica and her co-star from the show Scenes from a Marriage, Oscar Isaac, graced the red carpet together and shared what seemed to be an incredibly intimate moment together. They walked side by side, and while Jessica had her arm around Oscar's shoulder, he gave her a look that made fans weak at the knees and practically broke the internet.
I mean, my armpit is like fatigued because it has never gotten this much attention.
It wasn't hard to assume that there was something a little more than just a work relationship going on between the two actors. So after their swoon-worthy red carpet moment went viral, Jessica had to set the record straight about her relationship with Isaac. The actress shared in an interview that she and her co-star are both married to other people, and that anything other than a friendship with Isaac is not going to happen. This came much to fans' dismay, might we add. She explained, "I think it's really funny because when you look at it in regular speed, I'm looking straight ahead and he just looks over at me. And he just kind of goes to give me a peck on my elbow, and at the same time I'm going to give him a hug. So all of a sudden his face is in my armpit, so he made a joke about it." Nevertheless, Jessica couldn't be happier with her husband Gian by her side. For the premiere of her Oscar award-winning film, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, her hubby actually came along as her date. Of course, she later won an Oscar for her role in that film. That night of the Academy Awards, with the golden Oscar in her hand, she gave a shout out to Gian and their kids during her speech.
Giulietta, Augustus, you are my heart, and I thank you all very, very much. Thank you.
The couple also spends a lot of time at Gian's family estate in Italy. Of course, since his family estate makes its own wine, there's never a shortage of anything to drink. Jessica shared, "There's a lot of wine and food. It's beautiful there." While she tends not to discuss her private life with her fans, the actress does share some snippets of their romance with their social media following on Instagram. For his birthday in November, Jessica wished Gian a happy birthday with a sweet post. She captioned, "Happy birthday to my hubby. Excited to celebrate you today." Even though she felt like she never wanted to get married, when Gian came into her life, he changed everything for her. Jessica saw a future with him that was bright and beautiful. Even though they keep things pretty private between each other, it's the small things that we see which show us how perfect they are for each other and how happy they all are. We're so incredibly glad that Jessica found her happily ever after. Thanks for watching our video, juicers. Make sure to check out the rest of our channel and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our latest Hollywood love stories.